Okay, so in principle, it essentially means that we are taking over the day-to-day operations of the stadium. For clarification, the stadium means the main pitch number 2, which is by the runway, and the car park adjacent to it. So that's area which is actually the demarcated area that the Gibraltar FA purchased from the government a few years ago, that now falls under the responsibility of the Gibraltar FA. So that's in principle. From a practical perspective, what that means is that now our staff will run the day-to-day management of the area, which until now has been a sort of a joint collaboration with the Gibraltar Sports and Leisure Authority staff and our staff. So this essentially means that we now have control over it. So any activity that goes on in the area will be the responsibility of the Gibraltar Football Association.
So there are other sports that have used the Victoria Stadium in the past. What does this mean for that arrangement? Is the Victoria Stadium going to be used exclusively for football now?
At the moment, it has no real impact. It is the case that most sports have already been relocated elsewhere. Primarily the Europa Point sports facilities now house most of the activities that happen here in the stadium. So 95% of the activity in the stadium was already football. It is true that athletics also have been practicing here, and that will continue to be the case until Lathbury Sports Park is ready. We're talking to the other associations, and what essentially means that instead of going through the GSLA now for allocations or for use, they will come through us, so we will manage that.
Now, the purpose of purchasing the stadium was always going to be to construct the new one. Where are we with that? Is there a date for the commencement of works?
So we don't have exact dates as to when the new build will occur. I mean, we have been working on it for years, and we were almost ready to start pre-COVID. As with everything, COVID has had a massive impact on our plans, to the extent that we've almost had to start from scratch again. We're working on it. We continue working on it together with the government. We're also working on it privately. There's not much that I have at the moment in relation to the new build. As for the legal ownership, it's important to sort of to separate what is the day-to-day management of the facility to the legal ownership, because they're governed by different documents. But we're very committed to having the new build. It is part of our long-term plan, and we hope to have some more positive confirmation on where we're going with that in the next few months.